Thursday, and oh my goodness, it's the last day of school. High fives, air high fives all around. You made it. You did it. All of you, and the teachers too. Good for you. We made it on the kind of like the strangest school year ever. Do you remember when we first started in September and only some of you were here and a lot were at home and the classes were like 4 sizes and then we were a lot on Zoom and then all of us were home and some of you have been home the whole time learning and you're doing a great job. Thank you, right? Remember we talked about the thank you book? Thank you for always kind of going with the flow and doing great at it. Well, here we are. Your last day as first graders. Oh my goodness, you're going to be second graders. I hope you have a great summer, right? Don't forget to read and practice your sight words and maybe do some math, right? It's really important to practice what you did in first grade so you're extra ready for second grade, okay? Now, I am going to read a story called Last Day Blues, okay? Because today is kind of like, for some of you, it might be, remember when I read that story called Happy Sad today, where you're kind of a lot of feelings going on. Yeah, right? Like you could kind of be happy it's the last day of school because you're really excited for summer, but also sad because you might miss your teachers, might miss this house at home, might miss your routine, might miss your friends, right? But you're also maybe excited that it's warm and maybe you can go in the pool and the beach and you're going on vacations, all those things, you're taking a break. So it's a lot of feelings going on. So I want to read, it's called Last Day Blues. All right, by Julie Danberg. This is the last story I'm going to read to you. And if you ever want to check out stories, you can go on my YouTube channel, right? It's up all the time. You can check and look at some of the old stories I read. Okay. Oh, and that reminds me, I did put the book with no pictures in my classroom slide right here. If you want to click in, have a good laugh. I read it a long time ago, but I thought I could throw it on back. Anyway, okay. So Last Day Blues. On the Monday morning before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell took attendance. She sighed as she called out the last name. I'm going to miss you all, she said. I'm going to miss you guys too. The kids nodded in agreement. I'm going to miss my friends, said Shannon. I'm going to miss Daisy, said Dan. I guess Daisy's the snake. I'm going to miss chocolate milk and pizza for lunch, said Joe. Everyone felt a little blue thinking about the last day of school, even Daisy, the snake. So feeling blue, sometimes people put colors to what you're feeling. Blue is kind of like a sad or a bummed out kind of feeling, like, oh man. That afternoon during recess, the students talked as they hung out on the jungle gym. Mrs. Hartwell said she's going to miss us, said Alexander, swinging from a bar. We should get her a present to cheer her up, said Eddie, hanging upside down by his knees. But what could they get her? I could give her the rest of my sandwich. It's my mom's bologna special, said Josh. Or a coffee cup, or a new pen, the kind with feathers and beads. The students thought and thought, but couldn't come up with one single idea that they all agreed on. We'll think of something tomorrow, Eddie assured everyone as they lined up at the drinking fountain. On the Tuesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell read the final page of their last read-aloud book. I'm going to miss circle time, said Mrs. Hartwell. I'm going to miss science, said Emily. I'm going to miss seeing Mrs. Hartwell wear her safety goggles during science, said Jack, giggling. And so, before they got too sad, Mrs. Hartwell put on her safety goggles one last time, just for fun. We definitely need to cheer up Mrs. Hartwell, said Andy during recess as she jumped out of the swing. Any ideas about a present? Eddie asked. Nope, they all answered back. On the Wednesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell brought in her super duper sugar cookers with extra frosting, cookies. I'm going to miss snack time, but I can't wait for barbecues by the pool, said Jack. I'm going to miss recess, but I can't wait to play hide and seek outside after dinner, said Alexander. And I think this is what they said they were going to do this summer, going fishing, going to the beach, going to Egypt. I'll miss school, but I can't wait for summer vacation, said Josh. The class discussed their summer plans and drowned their last day blues with another round of milk and sugar cookies. Remember when I said they're kind of feeling sad, but they're also talking about what they're going to do in summer, and that's kind of getting them excited. I don't know whether to be happy or sad today, Andy said the minute they arrived at the jungle gym. Mrs. Hartwell is sad, said Olivia. She probably doesn't want the year to end. While we're swimming, she'll be reading her old lesson plans. While we're playing, she'll be trying to remember the fun times we had this year, said Dan. And that's when an idea zip, zap, zinged through Eddie's brain. I know exactly what will cheer her up, Eddie said, jumping down from the jungle gym. The class agreed it was perfect. On the Thursday before the Friday, that was the last day of school, Eddie raised his hand right after Mrs. Hartwell started language arts. We need some privacy, please. And so Mrs. Hartwell took down bulletin boards with her back to the class. She never even peeked. Well, only once. So they're working on something for her. And she's taking down stuff. I don't know if some of you have been in school and some of your teachers are taking down things. I know my classroom is. I've been taking a lot of things down. That's what they do to get ready for the summer. On the morning of the Friday, that was the last day, the students dashed into the classroom. They snapped open the shades for the very last time. They did their chores for the very last time. And as soon as the bell rang, they couldn't wait for Miss Hartwell to see her present for the very first time. Oh, I love cards. I made her a card. So they wrote, the last day of school makes us so blue. We'll miss recess and pizza and reading too. We'll miss Daisy and cookies and friendship true. Snack time and science and learning new. We'll miss spelling bees for our test review and groundhogs that play peekaboo. The year's been great, a big wahoo. There are many things to miss, it's true, but mostly what we'll miss is you. Yeah, that was so sweet. Later on during recess, Eddie said, I think Miss Hartwell liked her present. I just hope it helps, Margaret said. Poor Mrs. Hartwell, they all said sadly as they pictured their final goodbye. Teachers must hate the last day of school. Then it was time. The bell rang. Goodbye, the students called as they rushed out the door. Goodbye, Mrs. Hartwell called after them. And then she returned to her empty classroom. It's just you and me, Daisy, she said. I'm sure gonna miss them this summer. But I can't wait for vacation. Who are those? Who are those people celebrating? Yeah, it's the teachers. Yeah. They were so worried that they would be sad too. Look, looks like maybe she's out on a lake. She's at the beach. She's taking a nap. So listen, I like this story because yeah, guess what? Teachers are sad too, but they're feeling just like you. They have this excitement that they're like, oh, you get a break, right? You get a break from learning, get a break from teaching, you get to do some things during the summer and get outside and enjoy the weather. But they're also sad like me because they're going to miss you, miss teaching you and learning with you and growing with you and experiencing new things with you, right? So last day blues, you might be feeling all sorts of feelings, and that's okay. That's totally okay. And guess what? The teachers are feeling those too. Okay, so today when you say goodbye, it's like a hap sad. Okay, you're maybe super happy because it's the last day, but also it's okay to be a little sad. Give a little air hug, give a little wave, right? And remember, it's not goodbye, it's see you next year, right? When you're second graders, guess what? The first grade teachers are always in the building here. I see a lot of my second graders all the time, give them a nice little wave, and sometimes I even see them outside too. All right, so I won't see you back here tomorrow, right? I hope you have a great summer. Okay, keep reading, right? Don't forget to read and practice your sight words. And I'll see you back here in September. Bye.